Hi friends, we're going to talk about starting my Zepbound journey. It was not what I expected. Let's talk about it. Stay tuned. Okay friends, my handy dandy notebook is in my backpack. I just got home from school. I'm tired, so I'm going to try to make this very quick. I say that every time, but this time I'm going to try to make it very, very quick. Because I have a lot to do. I'm so glad I'm off work tomorrow because I have to catch up on everything. Let's get right to it. My handy dandy notebook is in my backpack. I don't feel like reaching for it, so I have the mini handy dandy notebook. And we're going to go over these notes, and I'm going to try to zoom right through it. My Zepbound journey was not what I expected. I don't know what everybody else expected or thought of, but I did a lot of research. I said this before, and I'm going to repeat it just in case you're new to my channel and you're watching my video for the first time. I do not take drugs. I've never even taken a Tylenol. I don't take aspirin. I don't think I've ever taken aspirin in my life. I am a naturalist, so I usually make my own medicines. But sometimes you have to realize when to say when to ask for help, when to realize the things that you're doing are not working, and be okay making changes even though it's something new and foreign to you. And it took me 2 years of researching and 2 years of building up the courage to even take Zepbound. Because first of all, and I normally don't care what people think, but this time I really did care what people think, because I knew everyone in my life knows I do not take drugs. They know this. I don't judge them for taking it, but they know I don't. And I felt like I would be judged. Like, oh, you went all these years and now all of a sudden you taking this weight loss drug, you know. I knew, I just felt like people will be judging me. But I have to take my health into account. And my health, even though my doctor was saying that my health is fine, I could feel it declining. And doctors, to me, I love my doctor. I love doctors. I love the education and the path that they took to get to that level. But they do not always know everything about what's going on with you. Sometimes you have to trust your instinct and your gut and listen to your own body. And I could feel my body declining. I could feel things slowing down. Me not being able to do things, and aches and pains coming out of nowhere. And it wasn't just age, you guys. Like, people are like, oh, you're just getting older. I don't like that either. I hate when people just chalk it up to you just being older, and then you never get to the root of the problem because you're just assuming that it's because you're getting older. That's not always the case. And I knew deep down in my soul that it wasn't just because I was getting older. Something was going on with my body. And like I said, I eat really healthy. I grow everything that I eat. Mostly everything that I eat. It didn't make sense to me. And so I was like, well, let me look into this drug. And I did my research on Ozempic. I did my research on Wegovy, Mounjaro, Zepbound. I did all of them. There's all these other ones too that people really don't talk about, because the top 4 are Ozempic, Wegovy, Zepbound, and Mounjaro. But there are others. I looked into all of them and came to the realization that Mounjaro and Zepbound was the one for me. But I still had worries. One, I've been working my butt off, and way before I even decided to go ahead and move forward with getting Zepbound. And my second fear was I would be doing all this work and sticking to this plan, sticking to my macros, and all the credit of the weight loss would go to the drug and not to the work that I've done. And it even happens now. You know, they were like, you'll lose some weight, and the first thing they say is, oh, you're on that drug. Why is it the first thing you go to? And then if you do say yes, that's why I don't even like telling people half the time. Like, if you do say yes, then they totally discount the fact that you work out 3 to 5 times a week, you know, however many times you work out. They discount the fact that you are eating a well-balanced meal plan and sticking to it, and watching what you eat and not snacking all the time, and actually having the discipline. Now, the drug does help with that discipline, but there's some discipline that just comes from you, and I feel like you get zero credit. I don't want all of the credit to go towards the drug. I want the credit to be part of the drug too, because part of the drug does deserve credit. Eli Lilly and the drug company who made it and the drug itself, it does deserve some credit. I'm not saying it doesn't deserve some credit. I'm saying I deserve credit as well. Because I'm working my butts off over here. I'm not sitting around just wait. You know, I'm not just taking the drug and just laying around all day. No. I'm actually doing some work. But, so that's one thing I was worried about on there. And then I was worried about getting on social media and talking about it and getting a lot of hate and negative feedback. Surprisingly, I've only gotten very, very little. Knock on wood. Hopefully it doesn't come. Please be nice. But I expected the worst starting this drug. I expected all kind of hate, all kind of negativity. But this community has been great so far. I adore all of you guys in the comments. And everybody watching. Everybody gives me the thumbs up. Thank you. I was also terrified of all of these side effects. Because I'm telling you guys, I told you I had a pharmacy background. So I was reading up on all the side effects. Because that's what that was part of my job back in the day. So I was reading up on all the side effects. And I was trying to read, well, how can I alleviate it? What is the long-term end result of those side effects if you don't, even if you stop the drug, those side effects can keep continuing. Does it stop once you stop the drug? It's like, I had all these questions. Or will it keep going? And if you keep going and those side effects that are mild, will it end up with some kind of chronic illness? Like, I had all these things. And the drug, you can end up being very dehydrated, which could lead to even more issues. So I just want to be prepared. I want to be mentally prepared, emotionally prepared, and also physically prepared, and then have a plan. And so that's why I did that video telling you what I did the week before I started Zepbound. Once I got approved and I knew it was coming, that week before, that 5 or 6 days before the drug came, I stepped up. Like, I already had a meal plan. I said this before, I already had a meal plan. I was already following it for almost 2 years. But I did some extra things to get ready for this shot. I took some extra measures. And because I told you I don't want any side effects. I can't. And so I was expecting the worst. I was expecting, somebody said that they had, night sweats and these really strange dreams, and they had vomiting and diarrhea, and then constipation. Like, one person had diarrhea, other person had constipation, which I didn't know you could have diarrhea. I thought it was always constipation, because Eli Lilly's site talks about constipation. So, but someone said they ended up with diarrhea. I don't know how, but I'm just telling you what they said. And the main side effects is the dehydration, the vomiting, and the constipation, and I think there was a couple others. So I was like, well, let me figure out what I can do ahead of time to combat or alleviate a lot of those issues before they even start. Okay. And then let me have a backup plan just in case they do start. Even with my, measures that I've set in place to prevent it. Sometimes, I don't know how strong this drug was. This was going to be my first time taking it. So I didn't know how strong it was going to be. All of the measures I could have set up, it could have bypassed all of those, and stuff still could have happened. So I had a backup plan that's why I have all that extra stuff in my pantry. I said I had the Metamucil, I have the stool softener, I had the, heartburn was one of them. A lot of people said they had really, really bad heartburn. So I had bought Tums. And I have my medicine cabinet stacked, y'all. My pantry is stacked. And now the measures that I set in place to, that week before and to keep continuing, it actually works. So now I don't need any of those things. So they're just sitting there. But I was expecting the worst. And then on top of expecting the worst, I had a lot of surprise benefits, unexpected benefits. I could not believe all the things. And these are some of the things that happened that no one ever talked about. And I watched, like you're watching me now, and you probably watched 20 other videos before me. You're going to watch another 20 other videos after me. I also watched like 50 videos before, and not just on YouTube, on other places too. I watched a lot of videos and on a lot of official sites, like, .net sites and .org sites, not just on, like official sites. There was a lot of stuff that talks about, like, when I looked up the positive benefits, they said there was a chance for it to help or cure sleep apnea, which the FDA ended up approving about a week after I read about it. So now FDA approves the use of the drug for sleep apnea. So some insurance companies are actually covering it now for sleep apnea. You just have to do the sleep study. But that was one of the things that said that it could help alleviate, it can help lower blood pressure. Those are the known ones that they talked about. Lowering blood pressure, diabetes, of course. The sleep apnea, heart disease was another one. So they haven't gotten it fully approved yet for heart disease, but they've been doing a lot of studies and tests and trials, and it's looking like it really helps with heart disease. Now, I said this in another video as well, that I was training to go to Alaska on a volunteer trip, and it was like really high elevation, like one of the highest elevations, Alaska, never been. And we were going to have to hike 10 miles, possibly 10 miles a day. So I was training for that, and I tore my meniscus. And so I was in physical therapy for about 8 months, almost a year. And until I decided to go ahead and take this HA shot, which is really awesome. It's a natural thing that occurs in our body. It's hyaluronic acid shot. It worked great. I mean, it was painful the first 3 days that it was a big shot. It was painful the first 3 days. I could barely walk. But after those 3 days and that heat subsiding, it got really well. But they said you have to take it every 6 months until you pretty much heal. And what it does is it helps with inflammation and stuff like that. And keeps the swelling down, and it helps the cartilage or something. Don't quote me on that. Look it up, but just look up HA shot, and you'll see it's for joints and like helping when your knee is injured. All I know is it really, really worked, and I liked it because it was natural. And they were trying to give me steroids, and I was like, no, I'm not doing steroids. So it took a long time to get my doctor to approve the HA shot and to get my insurance to approve it too. But the point is, the number one thing it helped was inflammation. My 6 months was up right around the time I started this shot. And I noticed that I haven't had any inflammation. The swelling around my knee that was like persistent has started to go down. I even noticed it even more going to school. So going to school, I have to go up 3 flights of stairs to get to my class. And normally I'm holding on to the pole and I'm like kind of slightly limping, not a whole full limp now. I used to have to walk on the cane. I no longer had to walk on the cane once I got the HA shot. So I was like hold on to the pole as I was going up the stairs, and I was going up kind of slowly. I noticed in the past week and a half of me going to school, I can go up the stairs without holding on the pole. It doesn't hurt. And I'm not limping as much. And I like literally, I'm not jumping for joy. I'm not flying upstairs or anything, but I'm not moving as slow. And I was like, and I have that energy. It's like I got that boost of energy. And I can go up. There's no pain. There's no swelling. I couldn't believe it. I wish I could show y'all before and after my knee. I don't know if I have the pictures anymore. They were in an old memory card, and I have a new memory card in here, and I have to find the old memory card. That was insane. So now it feels like I don't even need to get the second HA shot, and I don't even know if I got the HA shot. I don't know if it's contraindicated with this Zepbound shot, so I'll have to find out from my doctor. I don't even think I need it though, because I feel like this drug is helping with the inflammation almost the same way the HA shot was. And so I don't even know if I need it. I'm afraid to not get the second shot and then not qualify again, or have to go through that whole process all over again. So I was kind of worried about that. Also, another unexpected thing. I was not expecting to lose weight at all. Every video I watch, everybody I talk to, even my doctor said, don't expect to lose any weight on this first set of 4 injections. 2.5 was just an introductory to get your body used to the, to get your body used to the injection and to see how you react to it. But a lot of people don't lose any weight at all. So I wasn't expecting to lose any weight at all. That's why I wasn't so sad about the 2.4 or whatever it was. 2.8. I lost 2.8 the first time. So I wasn't so sad about that 2.8 weight loss until I heard other people saying, I lost 11 pounds in 1 week. I'm like, dang it. I was excited about my 2.8 pounds. You just ruined it. But no, you're not supposed to compare yourself. I'm just making a joke. But yeah, so I wasn't expecting to lose that 2.8 pounds. So that's why I was so happy and excited about it, because I was like, wow, I can't believe I actually lost weight. And I was on my monthly. So I was like, I really didn't think I was going to lose weight. I thought I would have gained weight, So I was shocked about that. Then on top of that, I lost an additional weight, and I ended up losing 8.4 pounds total and even my doctor was surprised, because they were like, they weren't expecting me to lose weight at all. Like, seriously. So my mindset was on, I'm not going to lose any weight. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep working. I'm not going to worry about it. Mind blown. I actually lost some weight, and I actually can, like, people can actually see it, and I can't see it. I think they just making stuff up and trying to make me feel good, which is nice, I think I showed in another video, I had this big bruise on my leg, and this drug is speeding up healing. I haven't heard anybody talk about that. I noticed in 2 spots where I had, one was huge though, and it was like black and purple and blue, about to turn green. And normally bruises on me that size, when it's that size, it turns different colors, and then it takes a few weeks to fade away. It faded away in 2 days. It was gone. You could barely see the outline of it. I showed it in the video. You could see the outline of where the bruise was. That shocked the heck out of me. It almost kind of scared me, because I'm like, what is in this drug that's making... I don't understand that. That is freaky to me. That's a little freaky, Especially since they didn't talk about that at all. They didn't say anything about sped up healing. That makes me think of like X-Men or something like that. Super healing. What's that guy? Wolverine. Makes me think of Wolverine. That's a little spooky. So, I was like, oh my God, I just healed so quickly. And like that, even that shadow, even that line that I showed you guys, that's gone. It's completely gone. That's crazy. I think I showed that. I think I did that. I think I recorded that video like 3 or 4 days ago. And even the outline of that bruise is completely gone. You can't even see where it was anymore. That is freaky. Okay. I mentioned this before, the brain fog. But I wasn't sure if the brain fog was because of the Sun Warrior product. Because the Sun Warrior product I take has some natural plants in it that is supposed to alleviate brain fog. But I'm telling you, it's crazy how much more I can think. It is really helping with me when I'm in school. Like, I'm able to write those papers, because I have to keep writing stupid papers. I'm able to write these papers pretty quickly and get them off. I can remember stuff. I have a very, very bad memory. It's still pretty bad, but my short-term memory is actually better. Like, when someone says something, I actually remember what they say. Instead of like 5 minutes later, I totally forgot, I got to ask you to repeat it. I don't have to ask you to repeat it. It's crazy. And then it really helped out at work. Like, I was actually able to affect change at work. It was so crazy. I was able to use, and that's just where that short-term memory comes in play. My boss was saying all this stuff that she lined it up. I didn't even write it down. I actually remembered what she said. And I took her words, and it wasn't like it's not turning it against her. And so I don't want to say I used the words that she said and made some valid points that she was able to understand and see all of our point of view. But I was very eloquent about it, very professional about it. And I made some points that even other people hadn't thought of. And they were just like, and I'm talking about, I was getting claps. I was getting all kinds. It was a whole new world. I couldn't believe it. And 3 days later, the suggestions that I made, she implemented. That has never happened. It was like, oh my goodness gracious, who am I? Because Who am I right now? This is crazy. I cannot believe it. I was so happy. I was like, I can't believe that actually worked. Yeah, that was that brain fog. And it might even be a combination of both. I might be in super overdrive. I might have a super brain right now. Also, I noticed a boost of energy. Like when I told you when I went up those stairs, it was like, I just noticed a boost. Like even going around the grocery store. I'm like today, when I did that little short earlier today with me in Aldi's. When I tell you I was zooming and zooming and zooming, it's like people are looking at me like I was crazy. But I was zooming. And I was just like, I don't know, this burst of energy, like it happens around day 4 through 6. It is weird how the days are, right? I don't know if it's the same for everybody else, but like day 1 of the injection, I'm exhausted. I have to take a nap. It's nap day. Day 1, like, you know, because I take it, so I count Wednesday as my day 1 because I take my Zepbound shot at 10 p.m. almost right before I go to bed. So I take the shot, and then I, you know, for about an hour I'm doing something, then I fall asleep. And then the next morning, I count that as starting my day 1, which is Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I have to take a nap, sometimes 2, okay? By the time Thursday, I'm still a little tired, I'm a little groggy, but I'm coming out of it, okay? The day 3, you know, that's when, and also on day 1 and 2, I have zero appetite. Zero. I don't even want to chew food. I don't want to look at food. I don't want to cook food. I don't want nothing with food. Day 3, it's like middle ground. You know, nothing really too, I don't think anything really too dramatic happens on 3. It's like my body's starting to shift, like move out of being groggy into like a normal phase. I think number 3 is like my normal phase, like my neutral phase. And then day 4, energy starts going up. Okay. And then by day 5, energy is up here, but my hunger pain is starting to come back as well. Like I'm actually craving food, like real food. So day 5, around day 5, I start having regular meals that I actually eat and I will cook. And then day 6 and day 7 too. I still haven't had an outshine bar, still haven't craved any sweets at all. I just stick, but I have wanted meals. Like I've been wanting hearty meals, like good hearty meals. The only thing I've been craving, those spicy pickles, those cornichons that I showed y'all. That's the only thing. Final thing, my monthlies. That was a surprise. I was not expecting that. I heard that it can help alleviate PCOS. That was the other thing. PCOS. That was the other benefit they talked about, saying that it can alleviate. They do, some insurances do cover Zepbound or Mounjaro for PCOS. And so you can get that covered. My insurance doesn't, unfortunately. But I didn't think that I have very, very, very bad monthlies. And it's like, it's still bad, but it's not very, very, very bad. Like I'm trying to say this without being too gross, is that normally on my monthly, I have to wear a tampon, and I'm talking about the super, super ultra, like the biggest one that they sell. And I have to wear 2 pads, and the strongest pad that they sell, like it's number 5, okay? It's 5 out of 5. And I still have to throw away underwear almost every day. It's very, 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 very heavy flow. And I change almost every hour, if not 2 hours, sometimes if I can do it. And I go through, I buy those double packs of pads, those double, the one that's 2 stacks. I go through that in 5 days. Sometimes a pack and a half. And I go through a whole box of ultras. That's how bad it is. Just to give you an idea. This time was the first time in probably, I don't know, 15 years that I did not have, I only had to throw away 1 underwear. 1, that's it. And I did not have to throw away any pants. I've had to throw away pants before too, and dresses and stuff like that. And I did not go through my whole pack. It's almost gone, but it's not the whole pack. I got like maybe 6 or 7 left, which is crazy talk. I'm talking about 15 years, you guys. I'm like 15 years. That's a long time. That shot did that. That was completely unexpected. I was not expecting that at all. No one even warned me about that. And that alone, even if I did not lose weight, that alone would make me want to stay on this drug. The only thing that would keep me from not taking this drug forever is the price. I can't afford. I wish my insurance sucks, you guys. Story of my life. But anyways, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Please join my community. Please leave a comment below. I love reading them. Hi, ladies. Aurora Glow. Is it Nade? Queenie? Monica E. Yes.
And Monica J.
Hi, ladies. You guys are always in my comments, and you're all so positive. And we almost got another week down soon. I'll be going into my 4th week. And I forgot to mention, Eli Lilly and Amazon did contact me today to get my next set of injections. I wanted to talk to you guys first because I just got home from school and I wanted to hurry and get this video recorded and then hopefully get it edited. But I'm gonna go ahead and read their messages, and they probably just like, hey, you know, send my money. so I'm gonna go ahead and get that paid before I fall asleep so we can get that drug coming. I don't want any gaps. Anyways, y'all have a good day. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Bye, friends.